Hey, I'm RT. You know, this is RT TV. And this weekend, we will be doing, on Sunday, a French dip sandwich. So, I'm making this video now to show you what and how and all that other stuff. So, in case you want to cook along with me on Sunday, you can be prepared and have all the stuff. So, might take a little bit to explain it, but I'll try to go through everything, try to get everything explained, and at least get ingredients and explained, so at least you have the stuff, right? That's half the battle. All right, let's go. Let's do a deep dive into the old French dip. Okay. Why is that on? Can you see it? I guess it is giving me a light. I don't know why. Okay. Now, first and foremost, we have a shot. Gotta do a shot first. Cheers. Cheers to all of you out there. Okay. Let's stop wasting time here. First, you got your meat. Okay? I'm going to use a ribeye. You can make roast beef. You can buy some good roast beef at your butcher shop. Don't chintz out. Make sure you get, and if you make your own, make sure you make it medium rare to medium rare. That's what I'm going to do with the ribeye. You can use a truck roast, but a truck roast is not going to be medium rare, and you're going to cook that down, and it's going to take a lot longer. But the only good thing about that is you do get the juices, which you can make your au jus with it, which we'll talk about in a little bit here. Now, just like prime rib, full prime rib, we got your horseradish sauce. We got creme fraiche. You can substitute sour cream for creme fraiche if you would like. But creme fraiche is I think a little bit better, and you get more of the horseradish flavor without having the sourness of the sour cream. Then you got mayo. You can, if you don't like mayo, I don't know what to tell you. You can leave it out if you want. Creme fraiche is actually either yogurt or buttermilk mixed with heavy cream. That's basically all that is. You can buy it at the store. I can get it at the store, but if you can't find it at your store, get yourself some sour cream and mix it with some mayo. Then you need some prepared horseradish. I don't recommend using the fresh stuff because the fresh stuff doesn't have the same bite that the prepared horseradish has. Got it so far? Are you understanding this? Then vinegar. Vinegar, another staple of your horseradish sauce. You gotta have vinegar. Vinegar and lemon juice. I'm going to put both in. You don't have to put both in. Vinegar you definitely need, but you can skip the lemon juice if you would like, but I like having it in there too. Another option is your Dijon. That's Dijon. That's mustard. You put a little bit in, only a little bit. And that's an optional thing too. That's actually definitely an optional thing. You don't have to have that. Then you got your salt and your pepper to taste, and your chives. Put in some chives. Just put in some chives and don't worry about it. All right? Chives. You can put parsley in. You can put other stuff in. If you'd like to recreate this or put other stuff in, basically you need the creme fraiche or sour cream prepared horseradish, and vinegar and salt. Those are your main components to your horseradish sauce. Everything else is just adding a little bit more flavor. Another option would be using what's this here sauce. If you would like to do that, you can. Most people have that stuff in their fridge. Most people have vinegar and lemon juice and salt and pepper in their fridge too. Most people have mayo in their fridge. So, if you want to cook along, make sure you have that stuff. Or make sure you have an idea on what you want to make for your horseradish sauce. Because this is not a staple. None of this is a staple. Oh, my pointer's going wacky. Pointer, my pointer, yes, pointer. Okay, so let's get this board flipped over here. Ooh. Now, you have bread. You have bread. This is what makes it French dip. Is this French bread? And it's got to be crusty bread. Got to be not too crusty, but it's got to be able to take the au jus. Because you're going to dip the meat in the au jus and then put it in the bread. Some people actually dip the whole sandwich after they make it into the au jus. So you need a nice crusty bread, something that can handle the juice. And speaking of the juice, we got the au jus. With juice is what that means in French. Now, I have some that I already made. I made it with the demi-glaze that I made a long time ago. And I used a little bit of beef stock, and I did use the powder, the McCormick's Mix powder. That's what that says. Trust me, that's what that says. I don't care what you say. So, if you want to make your own au jus, then take like beef stock or beef broth or even bone broth, mix it together, or make your own stock, and then you can use what's this here sauce and some salt and some garlic powder and onion powder and all that other stuff if you would like. It's just a mix of beef juice with flavoring, basically. That's what au jus is. And the more flavorful as far as beef and other flavors you can make it, the better off you're going to be. Although you don't want to cover up the beef flavor too much. Okay, so you can make a demi-glaze, but that takes a long time. You got to cook down like oxtail and different neck bones if you can find them, and different types of bones for the marrow, and chicken. So that I use chicken wings. You're not going to eat any of this stuff. You're only cooking it down and extracting the flavors to make your demi-glaze. It takes approximately 2 days to make that, though. So, I would make, another note, I will make my horseradish sauce on Saturday. So, that way everything marries together and it becomes more flavorful. It is what it is. But I would take, if I wanted to do it simply, take the McCormick's Mix powder mix and mix it with either beef stock, broth, or bone broth. The powder mix, I believe, will tell you to mix it with water. Don't mix it with water. Mix it with one of those. It'll just be more flavorful. The more flavor you can have in it, the better off you're going to be. And as an option, you can have caramelized onions or cheese. I would suggest provolone or Swiss. I'm going to do some caramelized onions. I am not doing the cheese. The cheese is out for us. The traditional thing is actually just beef. But, oh, by the way, this was invented in LA. Yes, California. Was not invented in France. And it's only called a French dip because it has French bread. But there you go. That's your list of things that you need, things that you need to make. You can make the au jus if you're going to do it this way. You can make it do the day before. If you're going to do the braising of the chuck roast, if you're going to cook that, then you can use the juices from that to make your au jus. And I would do that the day before as well. But me, I am going to do ribeye. We are going to cook it right on the Weber grill. Cook it to medium rare. Slice it up. That's another thing. Slicing it. You either need a really sharp knife, cut it all against the grain, as thin as you can get it. Or if you have a slicer, I have a slicer, you can slice it as thin as you can get it. But you want it thin. And then it's on to just making it after that. So, anyways, there you go. There's your list. There's everything you need. Everything you need to know about. You can take a picture or pause the video on the other side and pause the video on this side to get all to write it all down if you'd like. But that is going to be your classic French dip. Like I said, the beef, your choice. I'm going to use ribeye. I think ribeye has the best fat to meat ratio for this sandwich, and it's going to give you more flavor. So anyways, that's that. So, back to talking normal, right? Okay. So there's everything you need to know about the French dip. It's a good sandwich. It's a classic sandwich. Just remember, get that crusty bread. I'm going to use the Weber grill, a pot to heat up the demi-glaze, or the au jus, sorry. And I'm going to toast the bread as well. Lightly toast the bread, just so it can handle a little bit more liquid. And then we're going to serve it all together with the au jus on the side and the horseradish dip on the side. Maybe some fries. Maybe something like that. We'll see. But it's a good sandwich. I'm sure you'll like it. If you like beef, you like sandwiches, you're going to like this. So, anyways, thanks for watching all that jazz. And Sunday, beeping. Sunday, 2 o'clock. We will, thought that was my camera for a second. I would hope you would decide to cook with me. That would be cool. That would be neat. Part of the reason why I do this. You don't have to. But just in case you want to, That's the whole ingredient list and everything that I'm going to use and everything that I need to use. So there you go. Love you guys. Hope you have a good week. Hope you're having a good week. And I will see you on Sunday. Yeah.